So in today's video, part 2 of the Cottage Core designer bag, I'm going to show you how I make this web and then how I attach this to the tile in a fairly invisible manner. Let me give a warm welcome to all my Weaving Wyrd siblings, weirdlings, and just fun people. For those of you who aren't in the know, my name is Sig. I'm a retired tattoo artist turned active fiber artist and crocheter. And here on my channel, you and I get to create a little magic with every knot. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and like buttons. This doesn't cost you a thing, but it does help me to provide you with regular tutorials featuring original designs, classic patterns, and lacy motifs. I'm always interested in your feedback, so feel free to leave your comments and questions below. So for today's project, which is basically the web and then what it takes to sew the web onto the tile, the first thread I'm going to use is this Aunt Lydia's white pearl thread. Now it's a size 10, and this thread is basically a white thread, and I don't know if you can see it there, but it's wrapped in kind of an iridescent filigree strip. So it gives it a bit of a sparkle, kind of like the sparkle you might see on snow in the sunshine. Now, of course, you don't have to use this. You can use whatever color thread you care to use. I just happen to be using this because this suits the color palette that I'm working with quite nicely. I'm also using just the regular white. This is also Aunt Lydia's. It's a size 10, their crochet thread. And this is just straight white, and I'm using this to sew my webbing onto the tile. So I'll be using a little bit of this as well. So just know that whatever your main color is, or maybe you use the same color to sew your main color onto the tile, you choose. Just make sure that your threads match so that things look seamless and relatively invisible. Next, I'm going to be using a number 2, 1.5mm steel hook. I'm using a tapestry needle and then a pair of scissors. I'm going to begin the web using my white pearl thread and then also my number 2 steel crochet hook. And for this web, I'm going to begin by making a chain of 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I'm going to join. And then that, of course, moves us on to the instructions for round 1. Now I'm going to begin round 1 by chaining 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to start a pattern. So the pattern is going to consist of a treble crochet plus a chain 3. And that pattern is going to be repeated 11 times. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to treble. And for those of you who don't know what a treble is, it's a yarn over twice. Basically, you're approaching it like a double crochet, except instead of just yarning over once, you're yarning over twice. So, and then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through again, and then yarn over and pull through a third time. That is your treble. And then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to repeat that same pattern 10 more times. So basically your chain 7 is a stand-in for your first treble and plus chain 3. So that'll give us a total of 12 of these segments in round 1. So again, I'm going to treble crochet, and then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to do it 9 more times. Once I've completed my pattern, I'm going to join, and I'm going to join in the 4th stitch of the first 7 chain stitch created. So your piece should look like this so far. Now I'm going to move on to round 2. And for round 2, I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm going to make a treble, and I will treble into the next stitch, the next treble stitch. So all these stitches are going to be connected. You will not be, I guess I should say, you will not be crocheting in the chain spaces, right? So when I say next stitch, I mean like it's either going to be a treble or it's going to be a double crochet, whatever the next actual stitch is, that will be the next stitch that we crochet into. So I want to make a treble into the next stitch. And then I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this chain 8 basically acts as the next leg plus the 3 chains that go into making this space. So this is the first stitch per se, and then the next stitch is going to be my treble crochet plus a chain 4. That's the next. And so that basically takes up 2 spaces, and we're going to be working in the next 10 spaces, if you like. And so that pattern, at least the pattern for the next 7 stitch combinations, is going to be a treble plus a chain 5, and that we're going to do 7 times. So I have my treble right there into that next stitch. And then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then, so that is going to mean I need to repeat that 6 more times. And then again, I get my treble into the next stitch. And then, of course, the next part of this pattern is to chain 5. And now I need to do this 5 more times. So the next pattern I'm going to do, and we're going to repeat it 3 times, is going to be a treble plus a chain 4. So I get my first treble, plus a chain 4, and my second treble, plus a chain 4, and then my last treble, plus a chain 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to join right into the 4th chain of that first 8 chain stitch made. And that is the completion of round 2. Hold on. Now to begin round 3, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then in the next stitch, I am going to make a double crochet. And then next, I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to double crochet again. And then I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next, I'm going to do a pattern, and I'm going to repeat this pattern 6 times. And the pattern is as follows. I'm going to do a treble crochet. And I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's once, and I'm going to do that pattern 5 more times. So again, a treble crochet. And then chain 7. And now I'm going to do that 4 more times. The next pattern is going to be a double crochet plus a chain 5, and that pattern we're going to repeat 3 times. So a double crochet, and then a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A double crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then a double crochet. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and join right at the 3rd chain of that 8 chain stitch we began with. So far your web should be looking something like this. This is where we start getting that more natural oblong shape start taking form in our spider web for a more interesting look. And next we're going to move on to round 4. And for round 4, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I'm going to follow a pattern. This pattern I give you, I'm going to do twice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double crochet. And I'm going to chain 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then one more time, a double crochet. And then a chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now next I'm going to do a double crochet into the next stitch. And then I'm going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after that, I'm going to do another pattern. And this time I'm going to repeat this pattern 5 times. So the pattern is going to be a treble plus a chain 9. And that will do again 5 times. So this is my treble. And then chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now I'm going to do this 4 more times. Now I'm going to move on to the next pattern for the last 3 stitches, and that is going to consist of a double crochet plus a chain 7. So my double crochet, plus chain 7, a double crochet, plus a chain 7. And then my last double crochet. And then chain 7 one more time. And then I'm going to go ahead and join in that 3rd stitch, that 3rd chain of that 10 chain stitch. Again, we're moving on to round 5, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 14 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now, going to follow another pattern, and this pattern is going to consist of a treble crochet plus chain 11. So we're going to repeat this 11 times and then join. So I'm going to make my treble. And then I'm going to chain 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I'm going to do that 10 more times, and I will meet you right back here when it's time to join into that 3rd chain of this 14 chain stitch here at the very beginning of round 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And go ahead and join. Now for round 6. For round 6, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to turn our work. I'm going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to go ahead and double crochet in the next stitch. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to treble crochet into the next stitch. And I'm going to chain 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then again, I'm going to treble crochet into the next stitch. And then I'm going to chain 13 one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then I'm going to treble crochet in the next stitch. And this is where we're at now with round 6. And then from here, we're going to move on to round 7. So for round 7, I'm going to, again, I'm going to turn my work just like so. And then I'm going to chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then the next stitch I'm going to do, I'm going to repeat. It's going to be a pattern, and I'm going to repeat this 3 times. It's going to be a treble plus a chain 15. So do that 3 times. Next, I'm going to go ahead and double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we're going to treble into the next stitch. And a chain 13 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Going to treble again. And then I'm going to chain 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to join this right into that next stitch. And then for our last round, which is going to be round 8, I'm going to go ahead and turn our work. And then I'm going to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now, what I do next is going to be a pattern, and I'm going to repeat that pattern twice, and that pattern is going to be a treble crochet plus 15 chains. Treble crochet plus 15 chains. So we'll begin that now. So here's my treble. Plus 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then I'm going to do my next one, which is going to be a treble. And a chain of 15 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now next I'm going to move on to a new pattern, and this pattern is going to be repeated twice, and it's going to consist of a treble plus a chain of 17. So I got my first treble, and I'm going to chain 17, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. I'm going to have my treble. And then I'm going to chain 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And then I'm going to finish this off with one more treble right in that next stitch. And then now I'm going to fasten off. And so now the next thing I want to do is I want to block this so I have a nicely shaped flat piece in which to sew onto my tile. And so I'm going to repeat this web 6 more times. So you want a total of 7 of these webs. Now, once your web has been blocked and dried, we can move on to the next step in this process. After your spider web's been blocked, it's time to go ahead and sew it onto one of your tiles. Now, it's really pretty simple. Just use the same thread, or in this case, I'm actually just using a plain white thread rather than the white pearl thread that has the filigree in it. And this blends in just nicely. It's still a size 10 crochet thread, so that's not going to be a problem. And really, you're just going to, as you sew it, you're just going to work it into the stitches. Just make little stitches. It's real simple, and just basically do a running stitch. You just work it a little bit into the tile in the back, and you'll hardly even see any stitches. Most of it's going to be pretty invisible. And the way I work this is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find an arm, and I'm going to work up the arm, and then I'm going to continue to stitch over this top bar, and then I'll work back down the arm, and then I'll do that all the way around. And then what that does is that basically does it tacks it on quite nicely and quite securely. And then if there are any other like loose bars that I'm concerned about, I just hold off until the assembly process. And from there, we'll see which pieces get naturally tacked down as a result of putting on the other motifs and elements. And if there's anything that's loose that I feel like I need to address, I can address it then. But don't forget to keep an eye out for my next video. So this is part 2 of a 5-part series on how to make this designer cottage core bag. And so until we meet again, stay creative, stay amazing, and always weave your own Wyrd. Bye-bye until next time. Have a great weekend.